Yeah, obviously, big rival game. It's always good to get a win in here. As Steven told me, it's first time since 11-12 we got back-to-back wins, and they were tough, hard-fought wins to get. So maybe you got to give Auburn a ton of credit. I mean, they came ready to play. I thought they were better than us, especially early in the game. We were fortunate to only be down 4 at the half. Thought our close to the half, we were down 10 with 2.5 to go to close. Got 6 points off that lead. It was huge. Told our guys at the half, and we couldn't have played much worse. We had 9 turnovers. We didn't do anything good offensively, barely. Defensively, we need to be a lot better, and we're getting killed on the glass, and somehow we're only down 4. So we were fortunate, and, got it together a little bit better in the second half. Only had 5 second-half turnovers. Thought our guards made some big shots. Biggs made some tough defensive plays. I thought Aiden Sherrill kind of really bounced back, had 4 blocks tonight. He was pretty good there late when we needed him. We coaching staff kind of screwed up with the challenge when we did. It would have been nice to have one there in that goaltend. So we got to do a little bit better. I thought Phylon Holloway played really well late. The 4-point play Holloway got was huge. He scored his 1,000th career point. So I'm sure it was nice for him to score his 1,000th point back here in a win. I thought Phylon made some big shots. We made free throws. I mean, you kind of go down with our guards. Murray didn't miss a free throw. Phylon didn't miss one in the second half. Holloway went 4 of 5. Even our bigs, Sherrill and Pediaco, went 2 for 2 and 2 for 3. So making free throws late. Some defensive plays we had to make late. London Jimison, I thought, played really well. We got to keep him out of foul trouble. With Taylor not quite being as healthy, and kind of gave us a little scare there in the first half. Thought it was huge that London stepped up the way he did, hit the big 3, had the big turnover he forced there late in the second half. So a lot of plays on both ends of the ball from our guys. A lot of grit, a lot of toughness with the adversity. I mean, Reitzel's got, we don't know what exactly the right knee injury. He's going to get examined tomorrow, but, he's kind of been, one of our tougher guys playing both sides of the ball. He's only able to play 10 minutes, and Taylor only plays 7. So 2 of our more veteran guys with limited minutes, and we were able to step up and get a win on the road. So proud of our guys.
Yeah, Holloway had that stretch late where he scored 9 straight for you guys. Just what did you make of his performance late and his ability to be steady?
I mean, really talented player. I think he showed he's got some clutch genes. I mean, I didn't realize it was 9 straight, but it doesn't surprise me in hindsight. It's a 4-point play in the middle of all that, and I had the one layup. He had the left-handed. It's back-to-back games when he's hit super tough shots from. They called the foul, and the other one, maybe he did, maybe he didn't hear, but he somehow had to end up getting a tough shot off. Man, he's skilled, and he's stepping up big late in games. I thought he was better on defense today too. We've been challenging him to, really step it up on defense. His quickness on the offense. Yeah, I'm looking right now. He actually had a positive defensive leverage today, so I'm really proud of him for that. And our defense was better when he was on the floor tonight. So play hard on defense, kind of let the offense foul. I think he's got the right mindset going, and it resulted in some big plays late in the game.
Another Holloway question. This is not his first time playing back here, but he's still getting booed all the time. Still a lot of pressure on him. How do you see him handle that?
Charles took a little bit off of him today. So, good teammates. They shared in that. I think he's fine. I've talked to him the night before both these games here, and he's not bothered by it. I mean, he knew it was coming. I mean, that's what they do. The best way to shut them up. They were pretty quiet when we left today. Best way to quiet them was just win on the scoreboard. So they were quiet last year. They're quiet this year. He's 2-0 coming back here. So pretty good record for him coming back into Neville.
This is the second game in a row that y'all have tightened up the rotation a little bit. Do you kind of feel like you're getting to the place where you have the rotation that you like?
I don't want to quite say that just because Taylor and Reitzel were out. But, yeah, it's hard to play a ton of guys. We ended up playing 9 It was pretty good. Obviously, Reitzel and Taylor would have played a lot more minutes if they were healthy. Probably not ideal playing Maury Allen 35 minutes. He struggled defensively late in the game. Hall gets fouled a lot, so we were trying to guard him without fouling. We didn't do a great job of doing that. But he ended up with 24. He's pretty talented, but it's second half of conference play. You kind of got to go with guys that you've built some trust up with, and that's what we're trying to do right now.
What adjustments do you feel like you guys made defensively to clamp down more in the second half?
We were able to switch up our pick and roll coverage a little bit. Pettiford started getting going, and we brought our bigs up a little higher. Tried to blitz them. I think we had the one turnover there when we blitzed them on his pick and rolls. Some of the, they didn't turn the ball over much. He had 2 of their 5 turnovers. We still aren't doing a very good job turning people over. But, I thought that was one big adjustment. We went to switching late, too, to try to help take away threes. I thought our rebounding was a big issue. It's not like some schematic adjustment, but, I believe they had 10 old boards in the first half and had 4 in the second half. That's a big difference. So giving them a bunch of second chance points, they still killed us. Actually, they ended up tied in second chance points. It was points off turnovers where they killed us, but I thought our rebounding was better, and just our little bit more defensive playmaking, and played a little bit harder, which always helps, but no huge. We went to the zone the one play. Of course, they hit the 3. It's what it seems like always happens when you do it, but we tried that and didn't work very well.
Coach Bediako went a perfect 5 of 5 from the field. Can you talk about his impact on the game and what you saw out there, how he helped create some mismatches for you guys today?
Yeah, no, Charles, big target inside. Our guards, I thought, missed him a few times where they could have got him, but they did find him. When he got it, he finished. He was always super efficient when he was here. He handled the ball on the break on the one. Got fouled. He was 2 for 3 at the line. I thought just his impact on defense with the the rebound. He ended up leading the team in blue collar points, so he had some deflections and just I think impacted the game a little that way. Even offensive rebound tips and stuff. So yeah, he's good. He finished at the rim. He's got a great demeanor about him. I thought he handled the environment really well, and I'm proud of how he's been here.
Yeah, LeBaron at 25 points, just as an in-state kid. How does that kind of go for him?
Yeah, he's super talented. Got it going, made some tough shots, bailed us out when we had some really bad possessions late. We'd like to keep the turnovers down. He had, I think, 3 right out of the gate, so to only have 1 the rest of the game was a lot better. We got to continue to get him to keep his turnovers down. In these games, we play a lot better when he's not turning the ball over and moving it. But he did lead us in assists with 6, 26 or 25, 6 and 5. Pretty good night. It's nice to have an in-state kid play really well in the in-state rivalry game. But shoot, we needed anybody to play well. We need him to play well in every game. So not sure it means any more, but he's been good in a lot of games for us. He was good today.